a unanimous vote, the Eric is cited for contempt. And then ask the Sergeant of Arms to please take down Eric.
Mr. Chairman.
Hello.
Session suspended.
Thank you for this kangaroo court. Thank you for this kangaroo court.
Pinag-usapan na guys.
Pag-uusapan nyo ano?
Ako po, may 1 minute. $2.1
Saan yung
Mr. Chairman,
Session is
Wala nang makapasok dito, tayo lang.
in our constitutional democracy, only the courts can interpret the laws, not Congress. So I will not answer that question because I believe Congress does not have the right to interpret laws.
okay.
It is with Congress to pass laws, but not to interpret laws. I take back my statements previously.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, this is the Honorable Toby Tagpo, settlements.
Mr. Chair, in the sense of fairness, since we really want to know the source, para malaman natin kung ano talaga yung pinagkakalat nito, would we allow Mr. Celis, Eric, to reveal the source in executive session? Would the chair allow?
Yes, Eric. It's an executive session, an option for you. It's an executive session, an option for you. There's a suggestion by the Honorable Toby Tagpo na botas na kung ayaw po sabihin sa harap ng camera at sa publiko, okay na ba, executive session? We will go for executive session now. Para lahat po ng options ay binigay na po namin sa inyo. Kaya
That would be very dangerous for other media practitioners present here because it will create a very dangerous and negative precedence on the protection of source provided by law. I will refuse to. Your Honor, with your respect.
Mr. Chair, the Honorable Toby Tagpo is still recognized for a follow-up question.
No, I just wanted to manifest the reason that we're suggesting an executive session is to show na tayo naman, hindi naman tayo, na binibigyan natin siya ng pagkakataon na i-reveal. Kung talagang gusto niya pangalagaan, at least an executive session. But it seems ayaw niya pa rin po, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, it is very clear that Mr. Celis does not want to answer the question to reveal the source, whether in this inquiry or in executive session. So therefore, Mr. Chair, under Section 11, the power to contempt, letter E, grounds for contempt is for a resource person refusal to answer any relevant inquiry. Actually, Mr. Chair, Mr. Celis has already violated 2 provisions of Section 11. The first one, acting in a disrespectful manner, and the second one, which is very more important rather, is his refusal to answer the question in a relevant inquiry. On this note, Mr. Chair, I move to contempt, to cite for contempt Mr. Celis for on these 2 grounds under Section 11. So move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion.
Second the motion.
There's a second. Any objections? There's a motion, duly seconded. Any objections from any member of this committee? There being no objections, on a unanimous vote, the Eric is cited for contempt. And then ask the Sergeant of Arms to please take down Eric.
Mr. Chairman. Can we request the Sergeant at Arms to practice his responsibility after the hearing? Because there's still other details.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Yes, the point of order, the Honorable.
The motion was for Mr. Celis to be cited in contempt. And I think there's supposed to be a second motion.
There was a second.
No, the motion should be for him to be detained. Where? Because under our law, the contempt of the committee shall be deemed contempt of the House. The person cited in this section may, upon order of the committee, be detained in such place as the chairperson or acting chairperson they designate. In other words, we have to decide where to detain him and for how long, Mr. Chair. That's supposed to be the second motion.
Mr. Chair, I believe with regards to the duration, it will be up to this committee to decide, and of course, to Mr. Celis, kung kailan po nyo sasagutin yung tanong natin, and then maybe we could leave the contempt. But as long as hindi pa niya sinasagot yung tanong natin, the contempt will remain.
Mr. Chairman, final statement before niyo po may kulong.
Mr. Chair, I move for a...
Before po ako magpapakulong, I request the committee.
Pakulo.
The Honorable Benitez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In an earlier motion, Mr. Chair, we have already approved to cite for contempt Mr. Celis. On this note, Mr. Chair, I move to detain him in the premises of Congress as per our rules on Section 11. So move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion, duly seconded, the chair objections, the motion of the Honorable Pimentel is, okay? So, charge of arms.
Mr. Chairman, honorable members of the committee may be given 1 minute, please.
In relation to the motion,
Oh.
and I have
Because it is required two-thirds small boto.
The Honorable Patuano is
ang ano lang, point of inquiry lang. Kasi we are not allowed to have a detention for indefinite period of time. So we have to establish how long. And the lifting of such detention will depend on the members of this committee, of course, with the cooperation of the person in contempt. So we have to establish how long, because we are not allowed to detain indefinitely based on so many jurisprudence.
Parang si Mr. Chairman, nangyari ko sa hindi na-get natin.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
the Honorable Ako Secretary.
yes, there's a decision by the Supreme Court that we cannot detain a person indefinitely. And therefore, may I move that we come up with a definite period for detention insofar as Mr. Celis is concerned. For violation of paragraph C of section 11 of the rules.
The Honorable Ako,
Dami tayo.
would you like to make a motion?
May I move that Mr. Celis be detained for being cited in contempt for violation of section 11, paragraph C, refusal to answer any relevant inquiry by the members of this committee for a period of 30 days.
Mr. Chairman.
You will go on record December 30 unless you find a motion for reconsideration. We have done this in the different committees already.
Mr. Chair,
There's a motion.
the reason why we cited Mr. Celis for contempt is because he does not want to answer the question. That is precisely why he violated paragraph C. So why would we give him a timeline? Eh kung kahit hindi pala siya sumagot, papalabasin natin si Mr. Celis. the reason why we cited him for contempt, gusto nga natin nasagutin niya yung relevant inquiry natin, nasagutin niya kung sino yung source niya. So I believe that we should not give a timeline, Mr. Chair.
After finding the jurisprudence, Mr. Chair, I submit to the wisdom of this committee.
Mr. Teban,
Okay, session is suspended.
Grabe. Like tayo guys. Like, salamat po. Grabe to. Ang init ng issue guys. Grabe. So, session suspended muna. So, babalik tayo in the few minutes. So, dito 30 days. Naku, Eric nagsalita din sa mga media. Please like. So in the few minutes magbabalik ang session.
Tumbag mo, okay lang yan. Wala nang laman eh.
Alam na nila yan.
Magbabalik tayo sa mga minuto.
Alam na nila yan.
Ano?
Alam na nila yan. Hindi masagot ang tanong na sino ang source na senador ba? Oo, sa Senate. Sino ang source niya sa Senate?
House of Representative
Hey guys, please like para dumami pa tayo.
Pabuti nyo ng 5,000 mga kababayan.
Oo. 1,000 para sakto. Maraming issue na to guys.
Wala pa ito po yata.
Tugon lang. Malakas. Mamsen lang malakas.
Anong pangalan ng kaso?
2.8. Bukas daw. Bukas daw.
Dito na kami tulong. Dito na tayo mag-stall. Just now is Philippines.
Sarap. No? Dito na tayo tumira. Pagkatapos reaction video na naman. Tatlo tayo no sa isang video. Pare, anong masasabi natin? Wala. Grabe, nag-iinit yung mga issue dito guys.
Grabe, init ng issue dito guys.
Grabe, sagutan dito. Grabe. Yung si R2.
Si Art na nanahimik.
Grabe to guys.
400,000.
Sagutan dito. Tingnan natin dito kung ano pinag-uusapan na yan. Yung mga house of natin, representative. Meeting na rin. 2.9. Ayan na guys. Usap-usap na, grabe talaga. Ayan na, babalik na session natin. Ayan na. Ayan na guys. Okay, like muna tayo guys. Para hindi na ako magsasalita. Ayan na. Resume na.
His refusal to the question of the Honorable Suarez 4 times. And so, that being said, the chair would like to call the Honorable Pimentel to manifest his the motion on the time frame.
Mr. Chair, I would like to amend my previous motion. Therefore, Mr. Chair, I move to detain Mr. Celis, for he was cited in contempt until the adoption of the committee report at the plenary session, Mr. Chair. So move.
Okay, so that is also an amendment to the motion of the Honorable Akop early on. There's a motion amending the motion of the Honorable Akop. Any second? Seconded? The chair hearing no objection, the chair adopts and approves the motion of the Honorable Johnny Pimentel. So the Sergeant of Arms is hereby directed to enforce the decision of this committee.
Mr. Chair, can I make a comment to the chair?
Session suspended. Attorney Tolentino.
Thank you for this Kanga report.
Lalo.
Session suspended.
Thank you for this Kanga report. Thank you for this Kanga report.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, can I make a comment, Mr. Chair?
Kaya ingat tayo sa mga binibitawan nating salita.
So, under the rules, Mr. Chair, there's a requirement that
Dyan.
2/3 of the members present, there being a quorum. So, there must be a quorum.
Yun yung kinuha na sa ng Sergeant of Arms.
Those present, Mr. Chair.
So, detain niya siya, guys.
This is anyway.
Wala na si Ka Eric.
And second, Mr. Chair,
Honorable Tolentino, there is a quorum, it is a unanimous vote. Thank you very much.
And Mr. Chair, I don't think the legal counsel SFNI has no right to question the quorum. It's only the members who can question the quorum. You have no right, you're only a resource person.
Okay, so
You
anyway,
better keep quiet or we will cite you to contempt also.
I thank you very much, Chairman.
okay, session
May
resumes.
we ask
Session resumes.
Attorney Suplico to brief
Yeah.
Attorney Tolentino, the House Rules. You're very much aware and well versed with the rules of this House.
Because Attorney Suplico used to be
Kababayan.
implemented some of the rules that we are now implementing. As a matter of fact, in one of the invitations that he was the resource person, sabi ko nga, nung bata ako, narinig ko ng pangalan na Rolex Suplico. Elementary pa lang ako. Ganyan mo kasi ka dyan. Kaya lahat ng ginagawa namin, si Atty. Suplico rin po, alam mo niya lahat yan. Okay, maraming salamat po.
Mr. Chair,
We now proceed.
yes, I still do have the floor.
Still with the Honorable J.J. Suarez.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chair, can the chair please reiterate the due process that the committee followed in relation to the contempt order that was issued against Mr. Celis? Isa-isa lang natin para klaro.
Well, there was he was allowed to speak. 4 times you asked the question. The Honorable Suarez asked the question. 4 times he refused to reply. And the Honorable Chanco even afforded him a executive session. And again, he refused. So obviously, he will refuse to answer any question that the Honorable Suarez will ask, and he would always cite a law which is unacceptable to this committee because it does not, it is not the intent of that law
Okay.
he cannot hide under that law.
Thank you
That's
very
what the
much.
committee is saying.
Yeah, the reason why I asked Mr. Chair is because, going back to our last
And
hearing.
lastly, he was given a counsel.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Last hearing kasi, inamin niya na mali yung source niya at humingi na siya ng pumanhin. So para gamitin pa yung SOTO law, it's not anymore applicable to him because sinabi niya ng mali. Ang hinihingi na lang natin kung sino. Kung sino dahil may kinalaman po ito sa relasyon ng mababang kapulungan at ng Senado. At pati po Senado, I won't be surprised kung kayo po ay magpupumilit na hindi magsasabi ng totoo, I won't be surprised if the Senate might conduct their own inquiry into this matter as well. Because you have already involved the Senate into this misinformation and fake news. So, Attorney Tolentino, as counsel to Mr. Celis, are you willing to cooperate with the committee?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Earlier, I was a little bit offended. Your client stood up and uttered some words. Are you supportive with that, with your clients?
I think
Do you
over
share? Do you share the same sentiment as your client, Attorney
what
Tolentino?
statement, Mr. Chair?
When he called the court kangaroo court, when he called this committee kangaroo,
Maybe that's his opinion, Mr. Chair.
and you do not share it,
No, Mr. Chair.
do you think it is right?
I cannot answer that, Mr. Chair, because I believe still there is attorney-client privilege. I cannot talk if not authorized by a client, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. So anyway, Mr. Tolentino, as counsel to Mr. Celis, would you be kind enough to share with us any information regarding the source of that misinformation, fake news that SMNI broadcasted in your television show?
I have no personal knowledge that, Mr. Chair.
Dr. Badoy, would you have any knowledge on who the source is?
Mr. Chair, no knowledge at all.
Do you know Mr. Celis' phone number?
Yeah, I have his number.
Would you be kind enough to share it with this committee?
Mr. Chair, could I ask my lawyers if I could do that?
Yes, I mean,
It's in the guest list. I'll give it. So I'm allowed. Okay. Mr. Chair, it's in the guest list outside. Yeah, all of us.
again?
Can you just,
The number, Mr. Chair.
just tell us the number, please? As requested by the Honorable Suarez.
Yeah, okay. Right now, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, it's 09.
So please, can you please approach the Honorable Suarez?
Para hindi na lang ano. At may bagong
Session suspended.
Siya suspended, kinuha ng number guys ni House Majority Leader JJ Suarez.
Session resumes.
Thank you very
Honorable J.J. Suarez.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, the reason why I asked for those phone numbers is other than citing the source of Mr. Celis emanating from the Senate, he mentioned that he also received a text message supporting that claim on Monday. And if I'm not mistaken, the date would have been November 27, but I'll have to check my records. Mr. Chair, can I move to subpoena the text messages of that phone number? Just to know whether or not meron po ba talagang pumasok na text na nagsasabi na ganito kalaking kahalaga ang ginastos ng House of Representatives. Kasi kung lalabas sa phone records na walang text at ayaw sabihin ni Mr. Celis yung pangalan, maaaring gawa-gawa lang itong mga pinag-uusapan natin dito at walang basehan. So, Mr. Chair, I move that we subpoena the messages from these two phone numbers on the specific date when those broadcasts was aired on SMNI. So move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion by the Honorable David J.J. Suarez, seconded by the Honorable Vice Chair Johnny Pimentel. Any objections? The chair, no objections. The motion is approved. You will now proceed.
Yes, just for Just for the information of the body, Mr. Chair, it is on 11/27, November 27, 2023, and the show was aired, I think, at 10 in the afternoon, in the 10 in the evening, correct? Morning, 10 in the morning. So, with that being said, Attorney Tolentino, can I just ask, nasa na po yung,
Mr. Chair.
yes, yung presidente ng SMNI?
Mr. Chair, actually he wants to come here, Mr. Chair, but he has a sick right now, Mr. Chair. I have with me a medical certificate, Mr. Chair.
So, but you will be speaking on his behalf?
Yes, Mr. Chair, but of course I have a limited authority, Mr. Chair.
So, okay, anyway, Mr. Chair, if I may proceed, just a few questions, and I'll give it to the other congressmen who have more questions.
Thank you. May I ask
Can I just one question?
Yes, before that, when you said you have limited authority, what does that mean?
I'm here, Mr. Chair, as legal officer of SMNI. So I can only talk based on my personal knowledge, Mr. Chair. I cannot talk anything that I do not know, Mr. Chair.
How about the attorney Rolex Suplico? So if he knows half, you should know the other half.
The same, Your Honor. We are all the legal officers of SMNI. Mr. Rossetti is the president of SMNI. Definitely, there are information that he knows that we do not know.
Okay, so if you know, okay, let us make this clear. If we're not satisfied with your answers, then we will call for another hearing in a couple of days just for this issue. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Suarez.
Can we be kind enough to be given a copy of that medical certificate that you're talking about? Mr.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Maybe we have a copy now.
Consent ang presidente ng SMNI. So, kaya yung medical certificate yung nahanap.
Mr. Chair, the medical certificate is with the secretary, who is now with Ka-Eric, Mr. Chair. With the secretary of SMNI, who is now with Ka-Eric.
Why is the secretary with Eric when
He
he or she wasn't cited in contempt? That's what Eric.
She's on the way.
Anyway, pwede nyo naman ibigay siguro mamaya.
Yes, we will not adjourn this hearing or
So-
suspend it until we get the copy of the certificate. Thank you, please.
Okay, submit na lang. Thank you, Attorney Tolentino. Attorney Tolentino, how long have you been serving as counsel for SMNI?
Maybe more than 2 or 3 years, Mr. Chair.
So in any major decision that the network takes, I'm sure they seek your advice?
Just an advice, Mr. Chair.
Okay, fantastic. I just came across some posts of SMNI partnering with the Chinese government network. Is this correct?
I have no personal knowledge of that, Mr. Chair.
But you're the lawyer of SMNI.
I only know something that is relevant to the investigation, Mr. Chair. I didn't know about that, Mr. Chair.
No, but it's all over the SMNI Facebook, SMNI Twitter, and news report that you have partnered with the Chinese government national TV. So
I will try my best, Mr. Chair, to answer only answers that I know personally, Mr. Chair.
and you have no knowledge of that.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So how do you serve as counsel when something such as big between two networks cooperating and you have no knowledge of it whatsoever? I don't understand how that relationship works. Kasi
because I'm
kung
not
malaking
lawyer.
usapin na may kinalaman sa dalawang korporasyon at ikaw ang abogado, hihingi ka ng legal advice, legal opinion, due diligence, bago pumasok sa anumang kasunduan. Inamin mo kanina na ikaw ang legal counsel for the past 3 years.
But I am not the
At
only
dito
legal counsel, Mr.
lumabas
Chair.
sa... Dito, kayo na mismo naglabas ha, hindi lumabas ng iba. Na merong kasunduan ang inyong dalawang network. So gusto ko pong malaman kung ano po ang kasunduang ito.
The best person to answer that, Mr. Chair, is the President of SMNI, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so we will take note of that statement and we will call for another hearing this week. Since magana naman yung ano niya, I hope he is well by then. Thank you, Mayor. So, everything that you don't answer, we will bring up to the next hearing. Let us be clear. And more questions. So I suggest, kung alam niyo naman po, sagutin niyo naman para matapos na po yung issue.
Based on my information, Mr. Chair, the agreement with the Chinese company is not SMNI or the Suara Soup, but it's SMNI Foundation. That's a different company, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, so far as it's SMNI and alam niyo, pwede na lang po, Attorney Tolentino, pwede niyo na lang po pagsalita yung bumubulong sa inyo. Pwede po namin i-recognize para mas madali.
I'm the one authorized to talk in behalf of SMNI, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, again,
So the agreement with Chinese company, based on my information, Mr. Chair, is not yet concluded, Mr. Chair. It's still in the process of negotiation.
so is there any documents that would legitimize your statement?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we will submit that next session, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. So, please submit it to us. So, what you're saying is number one, it's not SMNI Suara Soup,
Yes, but SMNI Foundation, Mr. Chair.
but in the news articles that I've read, there was a statement that there will be shared information and production and other shows. So, ano pong lalabas doon?
That's why, Mr. Chair, we will submit all available documents, Mr. Chair, if any, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all I have, Mr. Chair.
The Honorable Suarez is, thank you very much. I'd like to ask the Comsec to please acknowledge first our guest before we proceed to the next interpreter. There are members who arrived today. Please.
With the permission of the chairman, the following members are also present in today's hearing. Minority Floor Leader Marcelino Libanan, Representative Jose S. Aquino II, Representative Margarita Ignacia Nograles, Representative Ivan Howard Pinto, Representative Joseph Gilbert Diolago, Deputy Minority Leader Franz L. Castro. We also have Representative Jefferson Kung